Hi, I'm Alan R from Motor Matters, and of course GWM Haval Kempton Park, who have provided me with a quick drive in the GWM Steed 5. Now, what is the Steed 5? Well, it's the basic workhorse bakkie from GWM, Great Wall Motors as you know them. They have changed the face a little bit. The front end got upgraded fairly recently and just a bit more aggressive, a bit more modern, but it looks pretty good as you can see. Comes in single cab and double cab. You get the option in single cab of petrol or diesel. Double cab comes diesel only, two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Those are the options you get. Powered by a 2-litre diesel engine giving you 110 kilowatts, 320 newton meters of torque. Not bad at all. Got a lot of pulling power and nice bit of grunt, I can tell you that much. And a 6-speed manual transmission, which is pretty neat, pretty easy, and operates quite nicely. You can see, for example, where older, can I call it school, double cab, enough space in the back, but you can see the back door, for example, is fairly narrow, so you've got to kind of almost twist your way in when you climb into the back seat. But once you're here, the legroom's not bad, the headroom's good enough, it's pretty adequate all round. Note, of course, you've got a artificial leather finish on the seats here as well. Not bad again for a bakkie in this category. That's the important part, of course. Nice size buck over here, and you can notice this one has got a tonneau cover fitted to it. Very substantial rear step over there as well, which you always want on a bakkie to give you the ability to climb up, of course, to the back, to the buck area. And just pop open, there you go. This one has been rubberized as well on the back end. Features like that you would want on your working bakkie. As I said, you've got to understand this is the workhorse of the range. You want more luxury, you go up to the P series and you can go there, of course. What are you looking at? Well, that's the important part. I mentioned, of course, that diesel engine, but price is where it all comes in, isn't it? You're looking at 375,000 Rand for the 4x2 and just under 400,000 Rand for the 4x4. You know that is serious value for money when it comes to double cabs in the South African market these days. And that is what really, really counts. Steed 5 is actually quite a surprise, and quite an impressive surprise at that, especially when you're on a freeway like we are right now, where the 6-speed manual lets you cruise along very, very comfortably. I'm doing 100 k's an hour. I was in 6th gear. I was just under 2,000 revs. But the other thing is that the torque, that 320 newton meters of torque, is more than sufficient to generally not make you shift all the time up and down through the gears. And I found that, for example, when I was at 120 on the freeway earlier on, and I hit a bit of an uphill, you don't have to always shift straight away and drop a gear or even 2 gears like you do often have to do. But that, of course, is the advantage of a diesel engine, and one with good torque. So that really does help. But it's smooth, it's comfortable, we're not being bounced around, my kidneys are feeling fine, and it's relatively comfortable. The other thing is that the steering is extremely light. The clutch and gearbox are more than comfortable to use every day. This really is a vehicle you could put a driver in and send him out all day long and he would have no problem whatsoever. And of course, at the price, I've got to mention that. Taking a look on the inside, it's interesting to see that it's even got something like a tire pressure monitor. Not bad for a vehicle of this sort. And you've got basic, of course, controls on the steering wheel. Very basic, but it's there for you. I think an area where maybe most buyers would want to upgrade is the, can't call it an infotainment system, can you? It's a radio. It works, it's good, but I think a lot of people, especially if it does end up with someone who wants to use it as their personal vehicle, I think they'd like a little bit of an upgrade there. But you've got air conditioning, you've got 2 airbags, you've even got a USB down here. There you go. and a 12-volt socket. So you've got all those kinds of features. This is supposed to be the workhorse, the working bucky, but then I think it's got a few touches that could make it, if you really want. And in these tough times, if you only want one vehicle, it certainly could do the job. You'll see that quite easily. Electric windows all around. It's even got auto down on the driver's window. A feature I complained about that was lacking on a vehicle recently. So there you go, you've even got it on here. Overall, as I said, it's 375,000 Rand for a double cab diesel bucky. About the only competing bucky I can think of right now is the Mahindra pickup. Well, you're in that market, go and have a look. You're certainly at the budget bargain end of the market, but that doesn't mean you're sacrificing toughness, ability, load capacity, and things like that, because there are plenty steeds running around that have been doing the job for year after year. They've got the track record. That's something you must always think about. For GWM Haval, Kempton Park, and Motor Matters, I'm Alan R. I'll see you next time.